Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Meet the Parents podcast. Before we get into this, we want to talk to you about our Patreon.
If you're listening to it out of order, it's not the latest episode, but
It's
it
a
is
random episode.
An episode. Continue.
I am so tired, right? I was fully on autopilot there, and I thought you were going to say to me, "You're full of shit." You've said like our old podcast title or whatever.
No.
I said Meet the Parents, didn't I?
You did. You were doing really well, and I interrupted you. I'm sorry. Go on ahead.
It's fine. It's all part of it. We're in this together. So Patreon, we have a Patreon obviously, and we bring you a full length episode every single Sunday. To get that, it's very easy. £3 a month is all it costs. You just have to go to patreon.com/Meet the Parents podcast, and it really is that simple. You can cancel at any time. You can sign up and cancel straight away. You can give us your money for the next 3 years. It's entirely up to you.
Our sponsor for this episode is That Prize Guy. The website is thatprizeguy.co.uk. That Prize Guy is la creme de la creme of your competition websites. That Prize Guy undoubtedly has the best prizes in all of the land. Lamborghinis, big out holidays, £1 million giveaway. £1 million was given away last month. On top of I'm going to say kabillions monthly. There's just constantly people winning. There's some draws you can enter and everybody's a winner, which I think's great. And a lot of cars on there, just a lot of stuff you can win, and a lot of cheap ones to enter too. Some of them are way less than £1, and by way less I mean anything up to £1 from 1p to 99p, which is everything under £1. Thatprizeguy.co.uk. We love having That Prize Guy as a sponsor. That Prize Guy, I have said 1,000 times the name right now, donated £10,000 to the Comedians Boxing recently. So also
Fight of the Night as well.
And another £1,000 towards Fight of the Night that Sean and Shane actually won. It wasn't really announced anywhere. You guys should big that up a wee bit more.
Yeah.
But if anything, when you register and, buy competitions on thatprizeguy.co.uk, you could be contributing to a massive donation to a charitable cause in the future, because he does lots of charitable donations.
Exactly. What a guy.
Big orange Lamborghini up for grabs. Go get it, guys. Go get it. Thatprizeguy.co.uk. Sexton City Hall is also on sale, and we'll be saying this right up until September, October time. So if you haven't got your tickets, get them now. Sexton City Hall is about the following. I realise we've probably never really explained it.
No.
Sex in the City Hall is a hilarious Girls' Night Out comedy, Men Also Welcome, that stars four women who work in the civil service in City Hall, and they learn that one of them is going to lose their job in the morning, and they say no surrender, and they barricade themselves in City Hall, and they stick it to the man. They say nobody's leaving here unless we all have our jobs. Cue the madness, cue a helicopter outside with a PSNI negotiator trying to free City Hall from their grasp. And it wouldn't be one of our shows without there being fast-paced, high-intensity, workout-esque comedy. There's a Zumba class. There's what do they do? The team building exercise. It was boxing, big jumbo boxing gloves. It was a gladiator-style thing. Sean went back and rewrote it and was all, no thanks, Steve. No, what were you thinking? Having them do gladiators on the stage in the Opera House, and he made it into boxing. Of course he did. And it's gonna be a great night. It's one of those shows that's full of heart, has a nice message, and is also very funny, and it's a great night out for you and your gal pals. Get it in the diary right now. We're in the Opera House, we're in Millennium Forum, we're in Cookstown, we're in Ballymena, Downpatrick, Omagh, Armagh. It's like bingo every week trying to remember these. Where else are we? Coleraine. Anyway, it's going to be a great time.
Speaking of the gladiators, guess who died recently?
Who?
You will go on my first whistle.
I don't know any gladiators.
John Champion, the commentator.
Oh, I know it was John Cena.
Him? Yeah. He died there the other day.
What happened to him? Old age?
It's a whistleblower. I don't know.
But also, I don't think you even know what a whistleblower is.
Somebody who touts legally, or somebody who touts because they're meant to, because it's...
I don't really know either.
No.
It's obviously about telling. It's about telling.
Yeah. You're a tout?
You're a tout, but I think it's to do with a whistleblower within work. A whistleblower, okay. Do you know, I think
it's like Andy Bernard saying about the printers catching on fire?
I think you tout on your workforce, on the people you work for. You're all them ones are doing bad shit.
There's like sites and stuff like whistleblower.com that you can go on and like literally tout on like your work colleagues anonymously. It's the most scummy thing ever. Like,
I'm going straight on that after this, whistleblower.com. If you want to sponsor our podcast, please do, because I love touting. I love gossiping. I love slagging people off.
I came up with a wee idea, right? And I don't want you to give me daggers when I talk about it.
Well, I'll just not look in your
But because I can't remember if we said we were going to do this, but I want to do it. So we're at least going to trial it, right? About sponsorship on our Patreon.
Oh, no, I think it's a good idea.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's good. Because you'd have been a heartless bitch now if I had said this and you were like, definitely not. So my idea, right, or our idea, what we were thinking is if you sign up to our
set
Patreon,
it up
right?
this way so that he could tell you that it was his idea.
I can tell you what?
You wanted everyone to know it was your idea, which is why you had this big precursor conversation before you could just tell them what it is.
But I know sometimes what you're like when I start talking and you're like,
I'm like,
my arse under the...
Do you know, like, whenever you're... Do you know what it's like? Whenever you're over in your friend's house, right? When you were away and your ma was there doing the other ma's hair. And that's the only reason why you were there, because your ma had a pair of heated rollers. Mm-hmm. So you went over to the other girl's house. And then you and the girl have decided that you all have a sleepover in your house. And you go into the kitchen where your ma's doing their ma's hair. And you're all, Mommy, can Shona come and stay in our house tonight? And your ma's behind the other ma's hair with the heated rollers, just giving you them looks like you're fucked when you get home. And then you're all, Shona, I think my bed's broke.
Yeah. I have Irish dancing tonight. I forgot all about that.
I've got Berginis.
Berginis? What's that?
Berginis is like Boy Scouts for girls. Girl Scouts. Berginis.
The brownies?
No, Berginis.
No, stop doing that. That's an ice cream maker or something. What's Bergini?
Thing is, I don't even know how to Google it because I don't know how to spell Berginis. Oh,
Derry's the maddest place.
I just typed in Berginis, what I think how you spell it, and do you know what Google wrote up?
What?
No results.
Of course,
it's literally like a made up word.
Does Derry even exist? Is it a real place?
Berginis. How would you spell Berginis?
Exactly. Nobody knows. It's not real.
Have you heard of Berginis?
Never. Let's say my girlfriend runs like a scouts group, but it's called like squirrels, and that's just it.
Yeah.
But I've never heard of like
squirrels, beavers.
I'm gonna voice note my best friend from Derry. In fact, I'm gonna voice note and get her to
Hello, Mari.
Mari, hiya. You're on the podcast. Don't say fuck or bugger, right? But if you can voice note me back ASAP. Isn't Berginis a thing? It's like Girl Scouts. Isn't Berginis a thing? Can you like voice note back and just say in like 30 seconds what Berginis is?
She's going to have to go and do her makeup and stuff now and get ready. Before she voice notes you back.
Yeah, that's all right.
Berginis.
Just bear with. Bear with.
Are you phoning Mr. Bergini?
No. I probably should have just phoned her actually. We'll
find
out.
Do you know what Berginis is?
What?
When you rub a magic lamp and it's cold outside.
Bergini. Tell people your brilliant idea now, you big saint. Go on ahead.
You've got 3 wishes. Right. Which idea? Oh yes, my idea, right? If you sign up to our Patreon, we obviously will post the Patreon, the episode, the full length Patreon exclusive episode every week. Comment under that if you have a small business, and we will give you a full 1 minute read at the top of our episodes that only go out on Patreon. That will hopefully help boost your business or put it out there, and you can snip that, you can cut it, you can do whatever you want with it, use it for your own promo.
You can take that to the bank.
And take it to the bank. So that was just a wee nice idea of just kind of helping people who have small
we'll just
businesses,
choose one
local
each week.
Independent businesses, and we'll choose a different one each week who will be the sponsor of that episode. We don't want anything in return. We don't want your money. We don't want anything. We will just plug it. Send us a logo and stuff.
Give me your money.
So that's what we'll do.
Give me your money.
Sound good?
Yeah. Do you feel good about yourself now?
It's
like, do you know that episode and I suppose that is completely charitable, but you know, like the episode in Friends, which is now the second week in a row I've brought up Friends, because last week I brought up with Dave, but when Phoebe says there's no
such thing as a good date.
There's no such thing as a good date. Do you believe that?
Yeah, 100%.
Because
there's things, I seen something recently. Now, I don't know why I brought this up because I'm not going to talk about it, but I've seen things that I'll tell you about after, and it's really dark. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, I could never say this in public to anybody because I would be the worst person in the world. but I see charitable stuff happen all the time, and I'm like, nah, there's
So do I. Like, you see some people doing things and, like, say...
yeah. You're like, what's this really about?
I know.
Who's this really for? Let's just leave it there.
That's it. Yeah. I know, because there's no way of saying, you don't care about them blind babies without being a bastard. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's you going around doing this to people, to you kids.
Poking their eyes out so you can give them a pair of glasses and feel good about you. So, your friend owns Specsavers, does she? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's the way it is. You're basically Boris Johnson.
How was the Edinburgh Fringe? You look really fresh and
Haven't
like
been
you haven't
yet.
even been.
This is pre-recorded before I went. Thanks
So
for
you've no idea.
ruining the bubble.
So you could have like tomato stains all down you for the next episode.
Hold on, the day this comes out is the day I'm back.
Oh.
So I'm just back. It was a great time.
You should have ended the last episode going, what is it Michael Scott says? Do you know the way he comes in the room and he goes, and I am back.
Oh,
Does he say,
yeah.
I'll be back, does
I'll
he?
be back. And then I am
Should have
back.
ended it, I'll be back, and then started this one going, and I am back.
I think you tried to do that another time. I think you tried to do that. Did you try and do that whenever I was in labour or something? Did you try and like get me to film? No, I think you wanted me to film myself walking out the door going, I'll be back.
With your hospital
Whilst
bag
I'm
and
in
stuff.
labour, and then come walking
Yeah.
back in with the baby going, and I am back. And I was like, but like, nobody, it's not even like a really well-known phrase from the show either.
I know.
Do you know what I mean? So it would have been just for us.
Just for us. Justin, have you seen American Office?
A million times, yeah.
It's the best,
I've
isn't
watched
it?
it like 13 times or something.
We've watched it like 13 times as well.
Love
Yeah.
it. I'll quote it back to back.
Do you hide in our bedroom? We watched it on our honeymoon, didn't we?
Yeah, on the boat.
That's where I watched it.
The Stena line. Yeah.
I either I have deja vu or we've talked about this.
I think we have mentioned that we watched it on the cruise. Sean brought one series, and we thought we'll never get through a whole series.
Oh, fuck.
Fucking day 2, we were like,
Yeah.
what else do you
24
do on
hours
this
at
holiday?
sea.
We're certainly not gonna ride. Was the old attitude, wasn't it?
Yeah. Because
Tell us this. How do you feel about people? We have talked about in the podcast that we famously didn't consummate the marriage on our wedding night. Who does? Do you think people that do a ride on their wedding night are trying too hard, or do you think they're mad about each other? Because I think it's a real telltale sign of what's to come. I recently took a poll at a gig one time and went, out of the people here who are married,
the tent fell down.
yeah,
There's no Marky was all, oh, guys, put that back. Come on.
and I asked people like who had sex on their wedding night and who hadn't, and to me the vibe of the people who hadn't was that they were a happier couple. And somebody had told me that she's since divorced from the person that she had sex with on her wedding night.
Oh.
And I think that is probably, I would say if they done research or a study into it, there would be some sort of connection to people. Because I think the people on their wedding night who don't have sex because they're obviously knackered or they've spent time enjoying themselves to really late are being their true, authentic selves. And that is how you start a marriage.
Yeah, but it's also one of
Oh,
those
I knew you'd start your sentence
really...
with Bob.
What?
I knew you'd start your sentence with Bob. Go on ahead.
It's one of those really old-fashioned things, though, to
I
have
know.
sex on your wedding night because you didn't have sex before marriage.
I know.
Obviously, in Catholicism, anyway. I don't know if it was the same for
Is it now?
Protestantism or if it's Christianity or what. But you didn't have sex until your wedding night, so your balls were fucking bulging, weren't they? They were
Yeah.
they were bursting for your wedding night. Whereas nowadays, people just have sex now all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like it's
It was
not
like I tapped that on
Yeah.
Tuesday of 9 months ago. Yeah.
because I remember even the night before the wedding when because we obviously stayed in like wee chalets in the premises of where we were getting married, and the night before, like I didn't sleep a wink. I was still writing my my wedding speech and stuff. I had put so much pressure on myself because I'm a comedian. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, this speech has to be great here. Everybody's coming, whatever. And I remember in the middle of the night, I was like wide awake. I slept maybe an hour the night before our wedding. And I was like, I wonder, should I message Diona and we'll go and we'll meet up and we'll go for a wee walk together and stuff. And then I was like, I can't do that because we've said our goodbyes. It's
Yeah,
the
we're
night before
not
our
supposed to
wedding.
see each
You're
other
not
again.
supposed to. But looking back now, it's like, but we would have. We are those kind of people who are like,
It's
fuck
like,
your
who's
rules.
telling us not
Yeah.
to? But also when you text me next morning and told me about that, I was awake all night too.
You were awake all night.
Could have easily done
We
that.
should have.
I know.
We could have pumped in the bushes. We could have played 18
I was
holes.
awake all night because I was
19
doing, I
holes.
was doing my
20 holes? 21.
I have got tricks. I am now going to voice
golf.
note my brother because I'm getting to the bottom of Virgini's. Darn hiya, we're recording the podcast, so you need to get back to me very quickly and tell me, isn't the word Virgini's a thing? Do you know what, Girl Scouts or something in Derry? Just if you can send me back like a short voice note explaining what Virgini's is, that will be class, thank you.
Why don't you message other people in the Westboro Baptist Church?
What?
What? Fucking cult up there.
It really is. It really is.
It is. You everything you do is so different, and it's an hour and a half up the road.
It's mad.
Baffles me.
It's mad.
Me and my
Baffles me.
mate said this about like every time we gig in like Derry, it feels like, you know, the town from Hot Fuzz. Like
Yeah,
for the
that's
greater
exactly what
good.
it's like. Yeah,
Oh, I
it's
didn't
like
know
the
the
biggest village in the world.
Yeah.
Derry.
I know.
But everyone's the salt of the earth.
Loud and proud.
What a great place.
What a great place to be.
Maiden City, is that Belfast.
No, it's Derry.
Right. The walled city,
That's Derry as well.
Peace Bridge.
That's in Derry.
I know. It's a great spot. Love Derry.
It's mad because obviously the Armagh match was like relatively recently. I don't really know when this fucking podcast is going out. But so you came home one day with an Armagh flag and you were like, oh, we'll hang this up because obviously Armagh's playing and we live in Armagh. And I hadn't a clue what was going on.
I know you were like, is this like football or what is this?
I asked you
didn't even know
on the day of the
sport.
final what sport it was.
You didn't even know the sport.
But I tell you what, see when you drive through a town and everybody is collectively buzzing over something like that, it is
Class, isn't it?
class.
I
And it
know.
doesn't matter what it is. It could have been that fucking Girls Aloud were doing a one-time concert and all of them happened to be from Armagh and everyone was buzzing. Whatever it is that collectively brings a city or a town or a village together to all celebrate something. Not stuff like the KKK or something. That's
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
that's not that fun. But an Armagh match would be much much more appealing than that. It's great fun.
Did you all get together in Derry when Nadine found her passport? Go on, Nadine. We knew you were fucking 18. We knew it.
We were all like printing fake passports for her.
Where he is. Did that become a thing then in Derry?
I had a fake passport printed whenever I was in school.
That was a tongue twister there.
I had a fake passport printed when I was in school.
A fake passport printed.
But then I got caught out. I used it for about 3 years, going out like on like the club, and then whenever I was about 6 weeks before I turned 18, the bouncer ripped the thing off the front that was the fake bit, and revealed me underneath as like a 10-year-old, and was like but I was pretending to be like 25 or something.
From India?
Yeah. And didn't get in, and then I was raging because I was like, and I was all him here, I've been getting in here illegally for the past 3 years. Could you not just let me in one more time? He was like, hardly.
You should have whistle blew.
You're done for. I should have whistle blew. He whistle blew on
As in,
me.
sucked him off.
Yeah.
You'd have got straight in.
Yeah.
You should have. Was I in the middle of saying something there and we got sidetracked, or what happened? I feel like
You have another body experience. I don't
I
know.
feel like I'm 70% of the way. Do you know what I mean?
I don't
And I
know.
need you to remind me
Oh,
to just.
well, it was the thing you were telling everybody about your wee good deed.
Oh no, we're past
But
that.
was that not what the thing about you were trying to say?
No, or something else.
About good deeds, was it not? About that?
About you can't do a good deed.
Oh yeah, we started talking about that, didn't we?
Yeah, but were you trying to tell us something about that? When's the last time you done a good deed?
Every day I try to do. a good
When's
deed.
the last time you done a good deed out of the ordinary?
Out of the ordinary. Now, see, that's a different story because mine are all
In the ordinary?
regular.
No, I'm not talking stuff like
Letting people out when you're driving
you do that.
all the time.
I'll never do that
All
as
the
long as I
time.
live.
And do you know what? It's a great feeling because do you know what I do? I picture me sitting waiting and somebody letting me out, and I'm like, fucking finally, thank God.
Do you know what I always do? We done?
I've realised what I was going to say
Go ahead.
on around the Armagh stuff, but we'll go back to
No, we won't. You
No,
say it now.
remind me,
You'll
remind
forget.
Me, remind me.
What? Give me a keyword.
Sectarianism.
Oh, Christ. That could be anything. When we get to it, you'll just say anything. Oh, I nearly forgot what I was going to say now. Jesus. But what I always do is I help out other mums.
Online.
No. Whenever I'm out and about, if I see somebody and
Give me a wee fella. Lift your top up.
I'll stick them on the bib. Do you know if like they need help with something, or like they're like putting their stuff in the car, or they've got like bags, or like there's a lot going on, you know, or even I'll just sometimes give them a wee smile,
As if we're in this together. Or...
a wee connection.
got
I remember when I was pregnant and people with kids, like a woman with kids, you'd see them walking like along with their children and they'd see you pregnant, they'd look at you like I think they'd look at you going, oh, that's so cute, but also probably going, you
walk away
have
going, you've no idea.
You probably walk past going, you
Stupid
stupid bastard.
Yeah. I know.
They're walking, I can see them from front and they're like, a wee look, and then as soon as they get behind me, they're all, no, but I like to help out. If I see other mums like struggling when I'm out, just like trying to get loads of shit, like trying to handle too many things at the one time, I always be like, would you like me to like put your trolley back, or would you like me to like
I try and take the
get that for you? Yeah. Yeah. That's what
trolley?
I do.
What trolley?
That's my good deed.
I help people down the steps with their buggies. Last
You
time we
do?
were in Derry, a guy approached me and he goes, where's the nearest bank machine? 5 minutes before the park run was about to start. And I says, wait a wee second, mate. And I went to the car and I got him £2 out. And I goes, there you go, put that in the machine. That'll do you till about 12 o'clock. And he goes, thank you so much. That's brilliant.
You pay
You're
for
a
his
lifesaver."
parking?
Paid for his parking.
Do you know what happened to me for the first time ever? We do it all the time. Well, two things happened. We went to the fun fair the other day, and as we were going in, somebody gave us their spare
Tokens.
on the way out. We always do that for people, but that has never happened to us. In the same breath, what happened to me a few weeks ago, and actually in Derry as well, in a car park, as I was driving in, somebody gave me their ticket.
That's illegal. You can't talk about that.
And then I gave it back to them and said, that was a
Good ticket.
thank you so much. That was a lovely gesture. But you can't do that.
Yeah, no, you can't do it. I think you can.
Oh, can you? Okay.
I think you
So
can.
then they gave it back to me again. It was like past the parcel. It was a fun game. But they were like, oh, there's an hour and a half on that. And I was like, great. No, it was a wee bit annoying because I needed about 2.5 hours.
That's the worst thing. You look at it and you go, I need longer than that.
I need
Take that back."
longer. I know. So I was
but no
so I
thanks.
was like, what am I supposed to do? Give it to somebody else? It's a very specific thing. It's like, here's an hour and a half, but only if you need an hour and a half. So then I went to the thing. I was at a baby shower, so I sit in the baby shower then the whole time going, my car's going to run out in an hour and a half. And it's a different app than the one in Derry or the one in Belfast to park your car.
There's a new one
So
now.
I spent the whole time at the baby shower trying to download this new app to then register my car on it to try and pay for the parking that was going to be up in an hour and a half's time. And I mean, Sean, it was to the wire. I had 3 of us working on it. Another girl ended up having to download it on her phone, put my details in. She's been parking cars all around Derry for the past month. Cars she doesn't even own.
Do you want me to tell you about To The Wire? I went to London last week, right? As you know, because
Yeah.
we live together. And I got in our white car. It was like closest in the drive. Plus, it's not the family car. And I was like, obviously, I'm going to take this car.
Yeah.
And I was driving towards the M1. And there's a petrol station right at the M1. And as I was driving towards it, I realised the petrol light was on. Or the diesel light. So I was like, right, okay, I'll swing into the petrol station here. This was 5 a.m. Into the petrol station, it was closed. And I was like, there's about 10 between here and Belfast
Yeah.
International Airport. Every single one was closed. Wait, I show you this picture, right? This was my petrol gauge by the time I got to the airport. I don't even know if you'll be able to see this on the... I'll try and show this.
Oh,
Screenshot
Screen?
and send it.
I'll screenshot it and send it. Like there's
Jesus.
there's no room left there.
that is like if somebody jizzed and dust came out.
Yeah.
Just the very dregs.
Yeah.
The very
Like,
dregs.
how many people have you booked today?
Yeah. That is outstanding that you didn't. So, but you got diesel.
Do you know where there was a petrol station open? Right at the airport. And the amount I passed, the amount.
No, that's not a fun time at all. That's too stressful for everybody.
Diona.
Too stressful.
Then on the way back, big, massive queue in the airport. I was like, I'll go back, give me loads of time, go back and get a wee Starbucks, put my feet up, enjoy myself, read my wee book, reading One Man's Wilderness, of course I am. And fucking in a queue, just like playing the worst game of Snake ever.
But you know, when you're in that big queue, you can pay.
You're not in traffic, you are traffic.
Aye. But you can pay.
Fast track?
Aye.
Aye. Do you know when I realised? When I got to the last fucking turn and I seen a fast track sign.
You silly
And
bitch.
some girl just walked up the corridor
Aye.
and round. And I
You
was
could,
like,
because I've done it before when I approached Gatwick, whatever, and it was I got there and I went on my phone, paid for fast track, and then just went round.
limbo dance under the fucking wires and away you go.
Yeah. You can do
Live
that.
it. Live
And then
it.
you get the fast track then whenever you go up a thing.
Do you know what was lovely
right?
too, right? There was 2 wee women on the plane beside me. I had the best seat on the airplane that isn't the cockpit. The last seat, right at the back door.
No, that's only good if the back door's open, because I've been on flights where you've been near the back and they're only opening front doors.
That's never happened. That's a bus you've been on.
No, that has happened.
That's a bus. Did it say Ulster bus?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a bus.
that's what it is. It didn't go in the air either. Yeah,
It's a bus.
it was just up the motorway there, eh?
Yeah.
What has the 2 wee women got to do with anything?
So I was sitting beside them and I was reading my wee book, and they were like looking at pictures of each other, but they were I really wanted to talk to them, but I was so tired, and I had like small talked all day
Yeah.
to 30, 40 different people, and I was exhausted. I'd been up from 4:30 in the morning, and they were flicking through like family photos and stuff, and they had a wee glass of wine and stuff, and they were all, oh, if only Daddy was here, and she goes, I can know,
Aw.
and Granda and all this here, and then the lady who was obviously there was the mum and then the daughter.
Oh, they were a mum and daughter?
Yeah, but the daughter was like middle aged and the mum was like a granny. And it seemed like they'd obviously just lost her dad and
Aye.
the lady's husband, and they were just, the relationship that they had was so lovely.
Yeah.
And the girl was saying, oh, I love you, mummy, thanks for coming away with me and all, and like blowing her wee kisses and stuff.
Aw.
And my heart was melting, and they were just flicking through, showing all wee family photos.
Do you
on
know,
her
you
thing.
really hope when your kids are adults, like I look at Winter sometimes, and obviously she's like the only girl, and I am the only girl parent.
Mm.
And I'm like, I hope that we're like best friends when you're older. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're just
Yeah.
like, I hope that whenever like you're 40 and I'm in my 60, or I'll be 70 something whenever she's 40, that you're just like, I want to be like a cool granny. And that like you and I still, we'll go to concerts together, we'll go have fun. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you never see your kids as like they'll be like full middle-aged people someday.
I know.
You know what I mean?
How weird is that?
How weird is that?
And imagine saying about your middle-aged, what's the word?
Kids?
Yeah, but that's what I mean, but they're not kids.
They're middle-aged. No, but kids is, you can be an adult child.
Yeah, you go, I got to my child, and you're like, but
Yeah.
she's 50. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Not a child.
it's funny because like when I think of my man and dad, sometimes I'd be like, you've got like near middle-aged kids.
Hmm.
Isn't that weird?
You
Like-
are middle-aged.
But like, you know, we had this conversation with them recently too about like how young they feel in their head. You know, your parents aren't like in their head. Like all of us feel younger in our head. Like in my head, I feel like I'm like, oh, I was in my 20s 2 seconds ago. Like, so I'm probably still in my 20s. And you know, my dad says my mum and dad both says in their head they feel like they're in their 30s, late 30s sort of age. And it's mad that they're just not. Do you know what I mean?
know.
And I am.
Yeah.
So they think they're my age.
And in a heartbeat, you'll be their age.
Scary.
They'll be long gone, and our kids will be that age.
I'm going to take this one further. Do you know what's going to happen to us? We're all going to die. Isn't that mad?
Hmm. Do you know what I thought recently, right? That I fully believe? We are all big children pretending that we're grown-ups. Every single one of us.
Oh, here, I got a wee
Everyone-
bit of a freak out there now going, oh no, we shouldn't be allowed to do stuff.
Everyone is bluffing. Everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's bluffing. Everyone's pretending.
Well, that happens to me all the time whenever I'm with the kids. And sometimes I say something that I don't really give a shit about. Do like you're all, no, you have to sit up there now and do that. And I'm all, who the
I know.
am
I know.
I don't care.
I know.
I don't care.
Like imagine
I don't
telling-
care if you sit on the table and walk around and eat your toast. I don't care. Say fuck. I don't care.
I know.
But I'm letting on because the world has told me that I'm
Exactly,
supposed to raise
'cause
my
you're
child
conditioned.
to not say fuck and eat her toast at the table.
Yeah. Because you're conditioned.
Eat her fucking toast at the
Like
table.
why are we not all right now in the shop just eating sweets like fuck?
Well, this is the thing.
Why are we not doing that? Why?
I know.
We all love sweets. We all love chocolate. We all love junk food.
Eat it all. I know.
Let's get in the car now and go and get a McDonald's. Why are we not?
But you know, we've done that a few times. I think over the years, probably pre-kids, when you could jump in the car at any time because you didn't have children in bed. But we have at times I think we pushed the fuck it button loads of times whenever we'd have been like sitting in the house having a conversation like this, and we get so philosophical sometimes, but it's like philosophical but for dummies. Like,
Because we're
two
children.
agents who are
pretending
like,
we're grown up.
oh my god, like we could just go buy sweets right now, and then we get giddy, and then we go buy sweets, and we come home all of the sweets we bought. We're like 29 and we're all, I've got a bag of Haribo and it's midnight and I'm going to watch whatever I want.
Yeah.
Put Eurotrash on, do you know? Or like we would sit with a full Easter egg in bed and be looking at each other giggling, oh, I'm going to eat a full Easter egg here on my own in the bed.
I remember
I'm allowed to have this in bed.
the week of Easter, and I came back with about 15 of the £1 Cadbury's Easter
best.
eggs. And I was like, I'm going to put these away in the cupboard, and we're going to have one every couple of weeks. And see, in November, we're going to be sitting there and we're going to
No.
go Easter egg giggling and all, thinking this is class. They were mauled the week of Easter.
Of course, that's what happens.
None left.
Yeah, but it's funny, isn't it? If you just took away all of the stuff that you learnt, these are the things you're supposed to do as an adult. Like, what way would you be living your life?
Ah, it'd be a free for all. You wouldn't know who you're inside. Do you know what I mean?
No, but you know what I mean? Like, as in, even like running a household. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's things that need done, because obviously you need to have clean clothes and everyone needs to eat and all.
I refuse to open the post.
I know.
Like, refuse. You open all my letters. I just see a letter that comes to my door. I will never open it.
You never
because
do.
It's never good luck.
I've had to cancel so many of your subscriptions. Wilderness, cabins.
Nature Boy Weekly.
Nature Boy Weekly. I know. I think if you could go back when you were really, really wee, and you think about what it's like to be an adult, it's obviously completely different.
Completely
Like
different.
when you think of being an adult when you're a child, you think adults are so lucky. They get to do whatever they want, because you forget that when you're a child, someone's telling you what to do all day.
I know.
Like someone's and you know what's mad? I feel so awful sometimes. Like say you're going like you're saying to like winter, you know, right, you know, let's say right, come on, eat your dinner now, or turn the TV off, or go to the toilet, or put your shoes on. Say we're going out the door, and it's like right, put your shoes on now, and she's like going la la la, like dancing around. You're all put your shoes on, we're going out, and then she's like up on top of the sofa, being like, look at me, I'm a butterfly, and then you're like, right, that's it, come and put your shoes on right now, and then she's all right, and she goes over and she does it, and then I'm like, nobody.
You're stifling her creativity.
No, she's got her
You are.
fucking shoes on so we can go out and dance, play hopscotch.
Butterfly though. Let her be a butterfly.
She can be a butterfly outside playing hopscotch.
No.
My
She
point.
could be a maggot.
The point is that the
Not
gets
a maggot. What is it?
Yeah, I think it is. It's
Something like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
What do you call it?
caterpillar.
larva, maybe. I don't know.
Larva. Yeah.
Larva, caterpillar, Hercules, and she was all. And my point is that she then just does what I tell her, and I'm like, that's so mad that we have this relationship that I can tell you to do something, and you will maybe not immediately, but you'll do it because I'm in charge, and you know I'm in charge. But could you imagine somebody trying to be in charge of us now as adults? You'd be like, no, I'm not putting my shoes on.
I'm a butterfly.
I'm a butterfly.
It's like your manager though in work. Do you know what I mean?
I know, but your manager in work doesn't be like, get it done now. Your manager goes, would you
Some
mind
do.
get I know, but
Some do.
I know.
Depends where you work.
I know. But it's like that idea, like of somebody having complete authority over you. So you can understand why a wee child will be like, I can't wait till I'm an adult, because I'm gonna just play. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna just play and eat sweets.
Then the
And you
first
become
bottle
an
comes in.
adult, and you're like, why am I doing a degree?
I know.
And eating
All kids
salad
want
and
to
going
do
to
is
the
be
fucking
adults.
gym? Why am I concerned about protein?
Shit. It's all nonsense. It's not like, but it is, isn't
But
it?
you become an adult, and then you do that cliched thing when you tell kids these are the best days of your life. Before you have kids, like we're talking to your eldest at the minute, being like, right, you know, go traveling next year, like grab life by the horns, get out there, go do Camp America. We didn't do any of those things, but you're like, but you're doing that. You're like living vicariously through this 20-year-old. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's done me, I'll be all, how you bucking? What are you drinking? What's happening?
But that's when you end up where you're like, your son's a doctor and he's miserable, and you're like, but you're saving lives and stuff, and you're all, but that's what you wanted to do. That's not what
Yeah.
I wanted to do.
Yeah, but we're doing the opposite. We're not telling him to be a doctor. We're telling him to go fly his kite in Camp America.
Oh, I know. But he could like put
Falling over
plasters
some
on
girl
people
from
and
Rio.
stuff. He could put plasters on people and stuff.
Yeah. Working the
Perform
first
minor
aid
CPR.
section.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
why not?
That's it. But it's like your idea, your perception of what it's like to be an adult when your way is so wrong that you're like jealous of adults. And then adults are like so jealous of kids. Like I sometimes, like I was with Rocky today and it was like he was like getting a wee bit tired. It was near the time for his second nap. And I was looking at him going, you've no idea how lucky you are that you get to have 2 naps today.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's winning at life, isn't it?
You're getting 2 naps today and then you're also going to bed early. That's mental.
It's great.
With warm milk? What are you, a cat?
You don't have to make a single meal. Like, who are you? Your dad?
You don't even have to wipe your own arse. Who are you? Your dad?
I know.
They don't know they're born.
Yeah. And even in school too, like you hear kids and they come home from school and they're like, oh, I have homework and this, and then your parents are like, the amount of adults that wish they were back in school.
I know, but it's true. But then it's that thing too, like, you know, I was walking out of Tesco's a few weeks ago and
Tesco.
I know that. It's mad, isn't it? I was walking out of Sainsbury
Big
and I was walking out at Tesco's and this woman walked past me, an older woman, and I was with Winter and Winter was being a butterfly or doing whatever, and she said to me, the way she phrased it was like something that stuck with me when she went, enjoy her because it doesn't last. And it wasn't even just like, oh, the days will fly. Just enjoy her, just like this wee tiny wee innocent, you know, being that she is now is just magic. Like, enjoy her at that age. And I remember thinking, it's mad because you get caught up in all the madness of the day and the tiredness and all the sort of things that comes with it, that you, whenever you're 70 or whatever, you will look back and only remember the nice things. You will never look back and go, I was knackered and they had the tantrums and they had me up half the night. You will look back and only see the good times.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Which is like how we're viewing being a child. Like, I'm looking back when it was class being a child, 2 naps a day, don't have to make your meals, don't have to wipe your own hole. But if I was Rocky, I'd be going, this is crap. Every time I try and eat a stone, they stop me and I really want to eat a stone. I'd be raging if I was Rocky.
I know.
Do you know what I mean? The grass is always greener is the lesson there.
I know.
Like, there's so many things that Rocky's not allowed to do. We were down at my brother's house like recently, and it was his daughter's birthday, and Winter was off playing with all the kids. There was like 15 kids there, ranging from like 3 to 12, and they were all running around mad, having the best time. And I sat with Rocky on the outside balcony, just watching them all, and he was just like us here with like a
vape. Fuck are they doing, Mike?
in a hobnob. And he was just like eating the hobnob, just watching him. Do you know, like through the bars as well, of like the railings on the thing, just looking out at everyone. And I was like, it's like he's in baby jail because he's only one and he's looking at everyone going, I can't go down here and play with you because I will get dead. Do you know what I mean? It's not safe for me down there. Just so shit for him.
My goo can't get break.
Yeah.
Thanks.
The name of the episode.
Yeah. Are we at exactly 40 minutes yet or what?
I think we're slightly before, but I think we're going to have to finish up anyway because it's getting very, very late.
It
Is it?
39 minutes.
Yeah.
Is it actually?
Yeah, I was going to finish up there. Thank you very much.
You're rubbing off on me.
Thank you very much for watching another belter episode of Meet the Parents.
Jump on the Patreon, sign up. It's only £3 a month and you get 4 extra episodes a month unless it's a 5-week month.
And then you get 5. If you're watching on YouTube, please write a comment. What do you want the code word to be this week?
Let's all buy sweets.
Let's all buy sweets.
And then let's genuinely all go to the shop right now and buy sweets.
And buy sweets.
Yeah.
It'll keep us up.
Yeah.
I'm going to get up with the kids in the morning because it's the last day that I'll be here for 10 days because this is pre-recorded before I go to the Fringe. 8 days.
Is that when I was supposed to take all day today because you're going away tomorrow?
Who says you were taking all day today? You went to London yesterday? Aye.
You were supposed to go up to Derry for 2 days?
Yes, but you went down to Ardarn today and spent a couple hours cutting wood. That's fucking heaven for you. You may as well have had 3 days off doing that.
I had a great time.
Did you?
Yeah, it was great.
You got to get your saw out?
I'm thinking of... Oh, I'll get out after this. I'll have to sharpen it first.
Not if I've had sweets. I'll not be up for it.
I'm going to start a landscape gardening. Well, landscape gardening's too...
See, before you start talking about all these new things you're going to do, just don't. because,
Don't talk about them.
by the way, you didn't tell your sectarianism story about Armagh. Save it for the Patreon because we haven't got time.
Save it for Pete.
Save it for Patreon. If you're really busting to know what that sectarian story was about Armagh and who he's
You will
about to
want
out,
know.
who's famous from Armagh that we can suggest that it might be about, Conor Phelps.
Conor Phelps.
So sectarian. Get him, BBC. Thanks very much for listening. See you next week.